Small Town Scuttlebutt.
Well, I'm feeling better. Thanks for asking, guys. I listened to the show. I post-produced it, and I got to say, you didn't totally fuck it up. So thank you.
Thanks. High praise.
I mean, it wasn't nearly as good without me, but to be expected. But the bar that I set for you guys, which wasn't too high, was reached. So good.
Oh,
Good job.
okay.
Good.
It's like that episode of Seinfeld when Jay Peterman comes back from like Burma or wherever he was, and he goes, "Congratulations, Elaine, on a job done."
Yeah. It's like, there's your compliment.
Mission
Exactly.
accomplished.
That's the best I can do. I can't muster up a thank you or anything.
We'll take it.
Yeah, so I was feeling really, 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 really bad last week, and I'm just coming out of it. But this is
Still, you hear it a little.
I know. Yeah.
This is just the the recovery, but the it's been purged. I'm just cleaning out the pipes and stuff now. But it was so bad that my wife said, "I think you need to go to urgent care."
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, not like regular care, urgent care. I love that name, urgent care. You go in there, it's like, what's the matter?
Need
I'm
to be
like,
cared
my
for.
foot hurts. you know?
Urgently.
Yeah, urgently, yeah. Yeah, emergency room. If it was an emergency, I wouldn't be sitting in this fucking room for 3 hours.
Exactly. Yes, bleeding out.
Yeah.
When you walk in, do you walk with a hurried pace?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's urgent. This is very urgent. I need to see a doctor.
Do you carry a bunch of papers and you shuffle them around? I'm here urgently.
Yeah, these are my urgent papers. And I said, I really don't want to drive right now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
do anything.
Wow.
Oh, thank you for saying yeah, because this is where it goes sideways. My wife is like, do I really need to drive you to urgent care? Oh, lean into this. Because I said, Leslie, I really am I feel kind of weak and tired. She goes, all right, well, I'll set up an appointment for you. I said, oh, thanks. That's really nice, So she sets up an appointment. And we get in the car, and I literally feel like a kid with their mom going because they got an ear infection, and it's like second grade. It's like 1984 all over again. So the year, not in the book. So I'm in the car, and we go, and she goes, "This better be serious."
Oh my God, no way.
I mean, she's messing with me. She's like, she's not mad. She's just
Right.
basically kind of the whole undertone of our conversation was, "You're pathetic. You're a
Wait,
big
it was
baby."
her idea for you to go to urgent care.
Yeah, because I was like, I think she was sick of hearing me whining about it. It's more that.
Gotcha.
By the way, she doesn't complain about anything. I think her like she could be bleeding out and she'd be like, "Oh, it's just a flesh wound,
Yeah, that's
I got this."
being
It
a
does
woman.
sound like she complains about you.
Yes, she complain about the complainer. She just doesn't have much tolerance for whining and
That's being a mom. Like you
Yeah.
you can tolerate like to a certain point your kids whining. Like they're allowed to up to a certain point. Your husband not allowed to. Quiet. You're an adult. Take care of yourself. I do agree you should have been driven to urgent care because Evan and I saw you firsthand last week and you were
It was not pretty.
It was not
No,
pretty.
thanks.
Bathrobe and all.
Yeah. I wasn't even wearing underwear either, guys. I was hoping for a wardrobe malfunction, but you didn't stay long enough. Just kidding. So we get there. She goes, "This better be something serious." So we go in. I get tested for COVID. I get tested for the flu.
Wow.
I come out. She goes, "What do you have?" And I go, "I just have a cold." And she goes, "You are ridiculous." And she was just hazing me for the rest
my
of the day
God.
about my cold. And that theory about the man cold, and
Yes.
it's sort of used against us, like, oh, men don't handle something. I think honestly, the man cold, I like to see some more research put into it. But I have a theory that men are impacted way more severely. The cold just
The
gets
common cold
Yep.
affects you more dramatically.
It just
okay?
because you see a woman get it, it's like, I got the sniffles. But when a man gets it, it really takes him out. I think it's because we have testosterone and it really goes after that, and it compromises. You wouldn't know because you guys don't really have a lot of testosterone.
Okay. I
Luckily.
see.
That's my theory. That's my theory. And to help equate it to like a mother,
Okay.
right? You've had children. It's kind of like childbirth as far as pain and suffering goes.
Okay.
Only you don't get an epidural.
That is
so
true.
it's worse.
That
It's
is
actually
Right.
worse than giving birth. The man cold.
Sure. I'd like to see some medical evidence back up the fact that the common cold attacks testosterone more than estrogen. Let's say.
Well, it's
And
just
then-
it's just a theory. It's either it's going after that or
that, or you're just weak ass bitches.
Well, sounds like he had his mangina with him. That's for sure. I did read. Well, I'm sorry. I have to qualify this. I did not read. But I was
I
was notified of an article, and I thought maybe we had talked about it, but I guess not. There is an article that states the man flu is real. This is for Mike, and that it actually does affect men more than it affects women. So we have our justification. Mike, get on it.
All right, yes. Mike, I would like for next week's recording you to find some evidence to back that up, and we will share it with the listeners.
Thank you.
Because from where I sit, it's just a bunch of fucking excuses to not help around the house because you have a drippy nose.
yeah, but it's not just the drippy nose; it's the body weakness and all that.
Absolutely.
Stuff. Yeah. So anyway, I've rebounded nicely. My disposition is, let's carpe diem.
Yeah.
Patriots won this week.
Awesome.
We're in New England. We love. You know what I love? I mean, the Super Bowl used to be a New England holiday.
Yeah.
I mean, for about 20 years, like,
We owned it.
We got the Super Bowl coming up. It's like, hey, it's only wild card weekend. Doesn't matter. We're going to the Super Bowl, and roll the dice. We're probably right.
Yeah.
We're back. We are back, and it makes me so excited. And just for like my, dealing with seasonal affect disorder, depression.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any issues with? You wake up, it's dark. You go to bed,
Yes,
it's like come home from
100%.
work, it's dark. I mean,
It messes with you.
it does.
Totally.
It's not like in the summer you're hanging out by the pool at 8:30 and the sun is just coming down over the
Yeah.
horizon, and
Yep.
you're like, this is wonderful. What a great day! It's been nice and long and sunny, and let the light in.
Yes.
So I've been trying to look for those things that keep. You're treading. You're like, it's a long, cold New England winter. It's gonna stink.
Absolutely.
The Patriots are one of those things that I kind of rely on. Like it's a once a week game,
Sure.
but you have a whole week to make plans for it, talk about it. I love the NFL and sports radio. I love the storylines. I love
Yeah.
how this wide receiver and that quarterback, this coach is coming back. That sort of thing. So there's a lot of that going on. I'm so excited. Like.
Does Charlie watch the games with you, or is he not quite at that
A
point?
little
where
bit. He really got into it when I took him to his first game this year. We saw the Atlanta Falcons. We won by a point on a missed field goal. But he only knows backyard football. It's like you throw the ball, you catch the ball, you tackle the guy with the ball.
Do your job.
Yeah. But in this game, by the second quarter, he's like, "Are they going to go for it on third down? Fourth down? Or no? I think they should punt. Like." You could probably hit a field goal from here. Like he understood third down and all that stuff, which is important. Like every 10 yards, you get a first down. Let's just focus on that. And he was loving it. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
he's into it now. So I'm happy for that. The other thing is, I used to play hockey and there's no activities, because I'm not playing hockey at 10 on a Tuesday anymore. You
Right.
know? That's just that ship has sailed. I have no interest. I used to love hockey, but I do not want to play men's beer league hockey.
Yeah.
I come home at midnight and not go to sleep till 3 because of the adrenaline
be
and stuff.
sore the next
Yeah.
day?
Yeah. It's like it's over. I'm almost 50. It's not fun anymore.
What about floor hockey? You're getting into something like that.
That's not hot. You know what? That's
Deck hockey, it's called.
yeah. I look down my nose at that stuff.
Is it
that
like
right?
on roller
Wow.
skates or rollerblades or
No,
something? Or
no, it's
no.
like you're just running. It's
oh, okay.
it's-
Like street hockey or no?
it's
Yes.
people.
Okay.
Yeah, it's people
But
that
in a rink.
Oh, okay.
you can't ice skate. Then you can't call it hockey. It's,
Okay.
It's you know what I mean.
Well, it's like platform tennis and tennis.
tennis.
It's more like
This
field
is
hockey.
deck hockey.
Whatever. It's lame. It's lame. I'm like, it's just like you took such a huge element out of it. It's left with like it's reduced to like this is more like field hockey, and it's wimpy. Anyway.
Okay.
Moving on, I gotta find something else. My son's just like, I want to get into snowboarding, and he's been talking about it.
Oh,
nice.
cool.
So I took him we got him a 3-week lesson thing at Wachusett.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
So
great.
we woke up on Sunday morning. We drove out there. I set him up. He does this thing for 2.5 hours. I go in the lodge,
Nice.
put on my fake cast, take off my wedding ring, and sit by the fire and wait for the sympathy from the snow bunnies. Snow bunnies, what a scumbag, like sleazy
Seriously,
guy
ew.
term. Hey. Yeah, anyway. No, I didn't really do that. No, I was on my computer working diligently on urgent papers.
So did he like it?
He loved it.
Oh, that's
And-
awesome.
And now he's like, you got to learn to snowboard. I'm like, I'm not doing
Oh my
snowboarding.
God, absolutely not.
I'm not doing snowboarding, but I can ski. So,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so,
So there you go.
so in 3 weeks from now, when you're dismissed, when you graduate from snowboard school,
That's awesome.
we'll start hitting the slopes. And
That's fun.
Yeah.
Will that be a father-son activity? Or
yeah.
Okay.
My daughter is when dance competition season comes
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
she and Leslie are like off and
Yeah.
staying at a hotel somewhere. So it's like, this is going to be our thing. Like we can go up to New Hampshire or we can go to Vermont or,
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's my thing. So over to you guys. What are you doing for the winter? Do you have anything that you what keeps you going?
Yeah, what keeps you going?
I mean, caffeine and wine. Like, that's about it. No, my kids are busy. Like, Brady's got lacrosse clinic. Avery's doing skating lessons. Will's got track. And we're like, wrapping up all the college application stuff. Like, it's just all about my kids. I'm just trying to survive, basically. Brady actually expressed some interest in doing a snowboarding lesson. So I was just gonna like wimp out and just bring him to like Blue Hills because it's like 20 minutes away and be like, all right, if you want to try it, like we'll start here, and if you really like it, then maybe I'll invest some more time.
It's all
and
you
money
need.
into it.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly. It's a hill
To
right?
learn. you
Yeah,
do,
yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
I mean, if you're at the point where you're going up a conveyor belt, you don't need the $100 ski
Yeah.
pass.
No.
Yes.
You're not paying for that. You're
exactly.
You just need a little incline and get the fundamentals. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could learn at Hospital Hill.
That's
be
true.
honest.
You probably could, right?
Absolutely. You just need slope and snow.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually Hospital Hill is referring to this. Everyone's got their Hospital
sledding
Hill.
hill.
Their
Their
sledding hill.
Sure.
It actually is probably just the right pitch and just the right width and length to be. I mean, it's kind of it is a perfect place to learn. Actually,
You would get a couple of turns in,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
you could set up a little jump and learn how
Yeah.
to jump.
That's a good idea. I just
Yeah.
need like the actual board and a helmet and boots and
Yeah,
the
go
stuff.
to Sports Replay or whatever it's called.
Play it again?
Play it again.
Okay.
the town could actually pay for like a conveyor belt or J bar and actually man it
a
with
rope
Parks
tow.
and Rec.
Yeah.
Get it going. Learn to
Parks
ski.
and Rec doesn't even have enough money to tear down the condemned building.
What's wrong with asbestos? What? It's a natural resource. It gives you cancer. What are you doing for the winter, Evan? What keeps you going?
I used to be a skier snowboarder. My parents were avid skiers when I was growing up. My dad was ski patrol at Pat's Peak. And
Oh,
also-
Henniker, New
That's cool.
Hampshire.
That's it.
The-
That's right.
The
Yeah.
only Henniker in the world.
Is that true?
Yes, and this is the only Medfield in the world.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I
look it
didn't
up.
know
I
that.
wouldn't lie to you, Evan.
Well,
You're my friend.
well, thank you.
I was kidding.
So, but unfortunately, my wife doesn't ski or snowboard, so that's kind of, out, unfortunately. But I have found, as I've mentioned in previous weeks, platform tennis, also known as paddle, which has really, when I tell you I am passionate and addicted, I am passionate and addicted to this thing. Like, you can't even comprehend.
How many times a week are you playing?
Thanks for asking. This week, I will have played every single day of the week.
Wow.
Wow.
And I am intense. I'm paying for lessons. I'm playing in matches. I'm playing in flex leagues. I'm like,
That's awesome.
I am all in, baby.
Because I think that's just that's your motor. That's
Yeah.
your that's just the Evan Walsh package. Just like if I'm going to do something, I'm going to go all in.
It's it.
Yep.
That's it. Full speed ahead.
So explain platform.
It's called
tennis.
platform tennis, affectionately known in the underworld as paddle.
But no, it's not paddle ball or
No.
pickle. It's not pickleball.
No, but the easiest way to describe it is it's the same size as a pickleball court.
Yeah, okay.
except it is surrounded by a steel cage. And it's called platform tennis because the floor, or the deck, if you will, is set up on a platform, and there's heaters underneath. And so the heaters are not there to keep you warm. The heaters are there to dry the courts and make sure that the snow melts. And so really, I just learned this last night. This is a little paddle history. A guy last night said it was developed by two tennis players who wanted to play, in sort of the cooler months in the winter. And they didn't have a way to really effectively shovel the snow. The courts were too big. So they're like, why don't we shrink it down? We'll put up a steel cage so that the ball doesn't go, off into the snow. And hence, platform tennis was created. And it's really big in the country club scene because it gives the clubs a reason to bring the members back in the winter and, still, stay there for the food and all that. So it's really become sort of like a country club thing. And now racket clubs like Kingsbury Club and other racket clubs around, they've adopted it. And it is just, it's taken off. Not to the degree that Pickle has, because Pickle's perhaps maybe a little more friendly for entry-level type players, and it's indoors and you don't have to worry. But the beauty of paddle is that you're playing outside in the elements, rain, sleet, snow, wind. We played Brookline Country Club, the country club.
Ooh.
It was probably, 5 degrees below zero with wind chill, 30-mile-an-hour winds. It was nuts.
So,
oh my God.
Is it paddle ball or paddle tennis or platform tennis?
It's both. It's platform tennis is the official name for it.
Okay.
Paddle or paddle tennis, I guess, is kind of a lame name for it, but paddle is the sort of...
Are you using a paddle or a racket?
You're using a paddle.
Oh.
So the paddle is basically, it's about a foot round, and it has holes in it, and it's covered with like real gritty sand. So the whole concept is to put a lot of spin on the ball, and it kind of jumps around the court, and that's sort of the fun in the the fun aspect of it is chasing the ball around.
So is it 1-on-1, 2-on-2? Both?
The game is generally played as doubles.
Okay.
Yep.
Don't want to be a downer, but tennis is kind of a lame sport, and the fact that they got 18 different variations of the same thing
Here we go.
supports it. Second of all, you're pushing 50 years old. You will tear your ACL or an Achilles in the next year. That is my 2026 prediction. So keep it up. I swear to God. I swear to God. I know a guy that does surgery on knees and stuff, and what's the biggest thing? Pickleball. You're gonna hurt yourself. Yeah, it's gonna be a severe leg injury. It's gonna require surgery. I know it's gonna happen. Liz, you were talking about a post or a article or something about a dad who doesn't like his kids.
Yes. So there's a father in Texas whose social media post has gone viral. The headline of the article is "What a Disengaged Dad's Viral Confession Gets Wrong About Fatherhood." Essentially, this dad wrote that playing with his kids made his, quote, blood boil. So the post was from this dad. I'm not going to name his name. Am I just a monster? It's been 4 years since I became a father, and I'm beginning to fear for my soul. The truth is, I just don't like being around kids for very long. Historically, this is not uncommon among fathers. Okay. Sounds like he had a great relationship with his dad. Yeah. But today it feels almost illegal. Let me see. The ideal amount of time I would like to spend playing with my kids is probably about 70 to 140 minutes a week. Roughly 10 minutes a day.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 2 times a day, taking breaks from work.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to squeeze in parenting in between meetings in 10-minute clips.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my feelings of love toward them are perfectly strong, but if I have to watch them or entertain them for more than about 10 minutes, my blood starts to boil. Playing catch with your son is supposed to be an iconic peak experience. Yet for every single minute on the inside, I just don't want to be there. I want to be drinking my coffee in peace. Maybe don't have kids.
Yeah, what
because
a loser.
Watching and entertaining your kids, you're not like the hired help. You're a parent, dude. You're supposed to be doing everything from caring for them, nurturing them, feeding them, playing with them, teaching them.
Yeah.
If that is just too much for you,
Yeah.
maybe you should have just had a vasectomy and called it a day.
Okay. Well, so you guys think that this guy's kind of a dud of a dad?
I think it's okay to feel like parenting can be soul sucking. I think it's okay to be like, if I have to spend another minute pushing a kid on the swings, I'm going to lose my, like, I feel like those feelings are okay. But to have that be like a blanket every day feeling and then to publicly post it on social media.
Yeah.
There's something a little deeper going on there.
A little deeper, okay.
And this is coming from someone who routinely took 3 children to the playground by herself. 2 toddlers and, you know, a 5-year-old.
Well,
so,
how else are you
like,
going to get time to look at your phone?
right?
And catch up on all the gossip. I get it. I really do. He used a bad example though. Like I was with him because I'm thinking, oh, he's talking about playing dinosaurs, or he's talking about, you know, tolerating the ridiculous scenario that's been created by this 3. You
Right.
know? The kid's doing tummy time and we're on the floor. Like, no, he's playing catch. Like my son and he runs routes like for an hour and I just huck that football at him
awesome.
and he's like, and he runs right back to the line of scrimmage. I take it and, you know, he's got his play and we try to hit him and boom. And he's like, yeah, or it's a quarterback receiver relationship.
Awesome.
Like we're doing,
Yeah.
and it's fun. It's like I kind of sometimes I don't let him know it, but I'm gonna zip this one at him and see how he takes it.
Yeah.
You know, like he's coming across the middle and I just drill it and he goes, oh Jesus, Dad, whoa, that was tough. I'm like, you had a defender coming on you. I had to thread the needle, bro. Good job.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. And even playing dinosaurs was kind of fun because you can do whatever you want. And it, you know, I love playing dinosaurs in the sense that the fight always, like dinosaurs were land animals, but when you fight 2 dinosaurs, they always end up in the air. Like
Of course.
But it's fun to see the creativity. Like we had, you know, springtime and a whole big giant mulch bed just got freshly mulched. And my 4-year-old son comes outside and he's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he gets the hose and he puts it at the top of there's a slope to it, right?
Yeah,
so he
sure.
puts it at the top and it just irrigates
Oh my God.
canyon. Nice. and then a pond at the bottom. And he's amongst shrubs. And I see this little kid on his hands and knees playing in the mulch with trees. I'm like, I said, Leslie, look at this kid. He literally is in a Jurassic jungle
That is awesome.
right now. I mean, he's totally screwing up the mulch bed. So we'll have to get that fixed. But for right now,
the best,
I mean,
man.
so I went out there. I was like, oh, we're playing this, you know.
Evan,
But
what do
this-
you think?
Well, at the same time, I just want to finish. At the same time, there were some things that you just did not want to do, like
Yeah, for
tea
sure.
parties, and that kind of stuff. Like I really didn't like playing with my daughter because it was like dumb shit. You know?
Well, you know, it's little
Dolls.
girl shit that,
Yeah,
you know.
I'm like, I'm not connecting here. Well, I wish you were a boy. You know? Yeah, I wanted a boy.
It's the same way. So I only have Bridget, and you know, so a lot of it is like, God, you know, I mean, she's not a baseball player,
Right.
you know, she's a dancer, but and she's into more kind of like creative stuff, which is great, and I
Yeah.
embrace the shit out of that stuff. You know, like she's making herself because she can't have an iPhone. She will make a cell phone
Yep.
that she can like, you know, walk
Yeah.
around the house and like pretend to be like mom and dad. Anyway, and she'll make all sorts of other fun stuff. But I did teach her how to throw a football.
Nice.
And girl's got a gun.
Nice.
So I do think, you know, you want to be able to share those types of memories, you know? The ones that your parents created with you want to give back. So this guy, I mean, he can't take 10 minutes. What is so good? You have
Right.
your coffee?
Exactly.
Like, what? I don't get it. So, or bring your coffee with you. Here's an idea. So I don't quite understand what his issue is.
Yeah, and that he didn't say anything, or in the article I read, there wasn't anything about, you know, his wife or her perspective, or if I don't know what their situation is, if there's 2 working parents, or I don't know, but this is purely just from his perspective. And at 10-minute increments, once you get your kids' shoes on, you've already lost 7. So like,
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And it's wild to, and granted, you know, I have the benefit of perspective. I have a kid that's almost an adult. He'll be 18 in June. And, you know, he doesn't want to spend any time with us, which is good because he should be out doing things. And, you know, he's at a point now where he doesn't share a lot with us. So, you know, you're going to really miss out on those opportunities to, like you guys said, have those memories, have those, you know, funny games, moments, conversations, things like that. If you're not invested in your kids at this age when their creativity is like limitless.
Right.
And, you know, you have an opportunity to kind of really influence them, and because one day they're going to be gone and they're going to be influenced by other people.
Yeah. Well, and one day you could be gone.
Right.
Or are going to eventually. But, you know, life is fleeting, you know, so you never know what is going to happen. So it's important to, you know, make those memories.
Yeah.
I think the dad needs to be more proactive and say, we're going to play, but we're going to play on my terms. Let me show you something cool.
Hey, here's a cool game. Or hey, let's go do
because
this.
You're kind of a loser right now. No one wants to do that.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I drive by like the Metacomet playground at 9:30 on a Saturday morning and I see families there with young kids and I know they've been there for at least an hour, I'm like, I'm so glad that's not me anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I do. But, you know.
Well, I mean, unless you're forced to climb the jungle gym yourself, you know, I wouldn't have any problem, you know, just sitting on the bench and go ahead, go have fun. Because, you know, with an only child, it's really tough.
Yeah.
Because you are the one and only, you know, you're the companion. And, you know, my wife got it and I had it. And, you know, that can be tough. So at least you guys had kids with siblings, you know. So that makes it a little easier.
Okay, let's do maths.
All right. If you've got mice trying to move in for the winter, call APC Pest Control. This family-owned company earns rave reviews for their fast response, friendly techs who actually show up on time, and most importantly, solutions that stay solved. And right now, you can save 10% on a comprehensive service plan to meet your year-round pest control needs. Protect your home before the cold hits, even though it's still hitting. Visit apcpest.com and tell them Small Town Scuttlebutt sent you. Visit apcpest.com. APC Pest Control, knocking them dead
Since 1981.
apcpest.com.
apcpest.com. If you're
looking, say it.
apcpest.com.
Oh, that was good. That was good. If you're looking for a place that builds confidence, discipline, and real skills, check out Perez Martial Arts. Families rave about the patient instructors, the welcoming atmosphere, and how quickly kids and adults start showing real progress. They've even been voted a favorite martial arts school multiple times. Whether you want fitness, focus, or just a positive place to train, Perez Martial Arts delivers. Visit PerezMartialArts.com to learn more and schedule your first class.
Great. All right, Liz, what's going on in the second half here?
Well, we had an article that Mike shared with us. It kind of goes, it's the opposite of what Evan and I discussed last week about dry January. The author of this article was advocating to like abandon your sobriety and get back into drinking.
Yeah, what are you waiting for?
But I will caveat it with, it was coming from his perspective of someone who had, you know, given up drinking for a few months. He's also in his 30s, married, no kids, and lives in Manhattan. So I think a little bit of a different social scene. I could see why abandoning your sobriety and wanting to like get back into having a few cocktails here and there when you go out when you're living in New York City as someone who doesn't have kids in your 30s. I get that is appealing. And maybe you feel more pressure to do so as well. If your social circle is also childless people living in the city, right? I think it's a lot easier, I think, and I have friends who are sober. I think it's a lot easier to be sober living in the suburbs and having childcare responsibilities and different things like that. So I don't know. What did you guys think about the article?
Well, let's give the audience a little bit of background on it. Like, was there anything more to add to it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Did you guys read it?
Yeah, I did a little. Yeah, I don't know. Well, no.
So, I mean, the title of the article is Why My 2026 Resolution is to Start Drinking Again. So he says, I went sober to prioritize my health, but then slowly but surely I realized the best parts of life were passing me by. So, the net, if you will, was, when he was out being social and playing pool with his buddies, like it wasn't as fun without having like a couple of actual alcoholic beers. Like the non-alcoholic beers weren't hitting the spot really. And he and his wife like to, they like to go out to dinner and have a couple glasses of wine and then maybe grab a cocktail at a cocktail bar afterwards. Again, that's a very like Manhattan city type of existence.
Yeah.
It's not like living out here in the country.
Yep.
Where I think if you were committed to sobriety, you would feel less pressure to give that up.
But you would also have less life.
Yeah.
And this is a big trend right now, is that there are fewer and fewer younger adults drinking.
Yep.
And there's actually, and people are saying like, this is not great necessarily for mental health because you're not necessarily going out, you're not meeting new people, you're not going to the pool hall and,
Right.
or if you do, it's just, it's not as
You
fun.
stay for 45 minutes versus 2 hours or whatever.
So life becomes more about like process as opposed to just kind of like, let's cut loose a little bit.
Yep.
Which is why I am so adept at cutting loose. But I do think it's an important part of life. At least for me, it's like, all my buddies, we can all get together like at least once a month and go hang out. Now platform tennis, I can drink every Tuesday,
So is that like, so you do platform tennis, then do you grab a couple beers at the ice house afterwards? Is that sort of
Absolutely.
part of the whole thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's a whole scene, But it's a great scene, and you're meeting new people and you're having fun, So I am opposed to dry January.
That's funny. I haven't had a drink in almost 14 years, and I feel good about that. And now I'll say this: the non-alcoholic beers now taste just like the real thing. You could do a blind, taste test, and I could say, "Here's 2 pilsners by whatever, and the same beer, right?" Which one has the alcohol? I don't think you would know. I really don't. And I don't know if you have tried the NAs, as they say, but because they are so real, like the real thing, and it is an adult beverage, I kind of enjoy drinking those in social settings as opposed to like, a seltzer water or a ginger ale or something, which is sugary and, kind of feels like I'm drinking a kid's drink, like I'm drinking a Coca-Cola, like, or I'd have a coffee or something, but it's like 14 years ago, these beers, there's only a couple of them on the market, and they weren't good. They just like
O'Doul's.
Yes, I remember being pregnant and drinking like an O'Doul's at the bar. Like,
it's like I don't think it's ready for market. Keep working on it. You force this product out too soon. It tastes like shit. But now they're really good. I'm like, wow, this is amazing, and I can keep my sensibility. So after a comedy show, you talk to a lot of people, and some of them are drunk. Like not obnoxious drunk, but just like talking at you or getting close. Or like they're just a little bit off as far as like, this is, you're acting a little differently, not yourself entirely. And I find enjoyment in being the sober one.
Yes.
And having, because you're like, you're more in control of the situation than they are, and it's sometimes it can be annoying. Like, okay, you're repeating the same shit. You're just blah, 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 like move on. Right? But for the most part, it's kind of fun to be like, hey, what's like you can almost like steer them and like,
Yes.
like,
You're like
it's
mess
fun.
around with them a little bit.
Yeah, tell me more about that. Or
Liz said she wanted to hear about that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I although having let loose a little bit was a lot of fun. Like like I don't have that anymore. But I'm also almost 50. I don't need to feel that.
Right. And I mean that's like having a hangover at 50 would
it
be like
sucks.
debilitating.
Yeah,
Yes.
no,
Like I can't.
The one I have today is pretty rough.
Do you always have a hangover when you come on the show? Like when
No. But I will tell
some
you,
hesitation there.
generally, like Wednesdays are not good days.
Okay.
Typically.
So tonight's your night out?
Tonight, like Tuesday night, historically is my night out. That's the night that I have my golf league throughout the spring and summer
Yep.
and fall, and then paddle begins, and and I do like to enjoy myself, but
you deserve it.
I never drink if I'm playing. It's always after.
Oh,
Something
yeah,
to
yeah,
look
yeah, yeah.
forward to, and I take this shit serious, but I wanted to mention to you, you're doing such a great thing. You've got your comedy thing happening. You're finding reasons to go out and socialize.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that kind of get caught in that suburban life, right? And they kind of get trapped or stuck, and maybe they're not trapped, but maybe they feel like,
Well, it
things
takes
aren't-
effort, right?
Totally.
And if you are like spending all day working, taking care of kids, blah, 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 maybe sometimes the last thing that you have the energy for is to proactively go out. So
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough to have a group of girlfriends where like we make sure like we get together, whether we do a happy hour at someone's house or we go out to dinner like very regularly.
That's
like
great.
we're out
Yeah.
and about, dance the same way. And it's like so important to have that social aspect.
Totally.
And just, laughing and sharing stories and all of that. It's just enormously important for your mental health. I think particularly this time of year,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in the
yeah.
warmer weather, you feel more inclined to go out. I feel like summertime, like, oh, let's go,
Yeah.
have dinner outside somewhere. Let's do, like cocktails on the deck, blah, blah, blah. But this time of year in particular, I think it's really important to make that effort.
Absolutely.
I'll close with this. My social life, before comedy, adult life, wife and kids, was guys around the campfire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinner at the restaurant, watch a game at someone's house on
Yep.
a weekend.
Yep.
And then comedy started replacing that. And now I feel like doing those things is kind of a waste of my time, or I could be spending it better, because I feel like if I'm going to socialize, I want to be productive. Like I want to do something. I want to do something. Like sitting around talking about stuff is fun, and I still do it. But I'm finding more enjoyment in working with other comedians or
interesting.
creatives. Like right now, this is my social time. I'm hanging out with you guys,
Yep.
and we're spitting out a podcast and sponsored, and
Sure.
we're rolling in the money. So. And then there's stand-up comedy. It's like Wednesday night. I'm going out, and I'm not sure who's going to be there, but I know I'm going to know 5 of the people there. And we're going to just hang out. Like,
Yep.
It's kind of like, I don't know, who are you socializing with on Wednesday? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know that when I get there, I'm going to be like, hey, it's you guys.
It
you know?
energizes you. It fuels your creativity, all that.
Yeah. And then also there's a lot of texting and stuff going on about upcoming things and what we're going to do. So, but yeah, it's like, that's just kind of filled it up, for me.
I don't know if you know this, Rick, but you are talking like an influencer that doesn't know they're an influencer yet. Because that is exactly what influencers do. They document their life. They carry the camera, they carry the microphone around with them to create a little more. Now you're doing it for purpose, right? And I think you should document your life and bring us all in. Bring us all in.
I don't think anyone gives a shit. But yes, I know. But that's so. I hate this world. I
Everybody
hate
loves
this world.
voyeurism. Like, you think people don't give a shit? People will give a shit.
And especially because, like, with these comedy shows, like, I want to know what's going on behind the
Yes.
scenes.
You know what?
You know?
Oh, this past
Yes.
Saturday night was my breakout performance. It was
Awesome.
fucking great. It was at the Fox. Okay, so
The Foxy Lady?
No, the comedy scene used to be below the harp in like a conference room that was turned into. It was not the most comedic feeling.
Sure.
Now there's a place in Patriot Place that got renovated. It's the Foxborough Public Theater, and
Yeah.
you go in there, and it's like this place was built with stand-up comedy in mind.
That's awesome.
And I got up on this. Before the show, I like to talk to people after the show, and I was like, this crowd is fucking great. Like everyone was coming in laughing already. Like, so I got up there, and I was just like, I honestly it was the best time of my life. Like,
that's awesome,
as far as performing.
Oh.
And then after we're hanging out, talking to this one lady about just life, and she's like, I really need some comedy because this world is on fire. And I'm like, we're blah, blah, blah. And she's like, it was a really good night. I'm like, yeah, I hope tomorrow night's a really good night because the
Yeah.
Patriots were hosting, and she goes, yeah. And then she made a reference to her dad being a coach on the Patriots. I'm like, who's your
What?
dad? And she's like, Dante Scarnecchia.
Oh, right.
And I'm like,
saw your
way,
post on social media. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, her and I were talking for like 20 minutes.
Oh
just
my
like
God.
so that was fun. Like,
Yes.
that was great.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, let's close up the show.
All right. All right, Scuttlebuds. Thank you guys for joining us as always. If you like what you hear, please rate, review, subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, at Small Town Scuttlebutt, and send us a note, smalltownscuttlebutt@gmail.com. See ya.
I don't know what to say.